Oh. Hey, so welcome to 1v200. This is a new show on Movie Hero Network that's kind of a bit of a rapid fire style interview show where we just sit down with one guest. I'm going to pick someone. It could be a friend, could be a family, could be someone from the Schmodown community possibly, but and we just kind of just ask them questions, and we go semi-rapid fire style. Some questions we'll get into a little bit, and some we'll just kind of go pretty quick. But we're just going to see where we can end up after about 2 hours. So we may get to them all, we may not, but we'll see where we're at. But today on the show we have my dad is Clyde Anderson, Scooter.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good to be here. Doing good. I think I'm ready. Don't ask anything too hard.
No, some questions are a little more heavy-handed, a little bit, and then some are pretty light. You know, you got questions that are a wide range, and I want to give a little shout out too. I want to show these on the show because this is one of my new addictions lately. So I don't know if you ever seen these. These are some little donuts. They're Bailey's Irish cream chocolate donuts, and they're the best store-bought donuts that I've ever had. I just came across these recently, and so they're not a sponsor, but Bailey's, if you're out there, we don't need the alcohol, but we definitely love. Well, I definitely love these donuts, and I wanted to say that because they really blew me away. So I recommend them for you and for anyone else who wants to go check them out.
And you sent me a box too, because I haven't got it yet.
Well, I haven't sent you one yet, but if you want, I could. But my local area, I find them at Fred Meyer's, so you could probably find them too. So,
all right.
Yeah, they have a whole separate display just for the donuts. But anyway, nice. Let's just jump into some questions. So, and if at any point there's any questions you don't want to ask, you can say pass. There's nothing wrong with saying pass. So the first one is your email address. What's your email address?
Okay, CSA83616@yahoo.com.
All right. What is your name as it appears on your birth certificate? So your full name.
Clyde Summerhays Anderson. That's my mom's middle name is Summerhays.
Okay.
Maiden name.
Yeah, and some people might have thought the S stands for Scooter, but it's actually Summerhays. Right?
Yeah, it's not Scooter.
Yep. Do you have any nicknames that people call you?
Not really. The most common thing has probably been Clyde the Glide, just after Clyde Drexler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a good basketball player, but just my name's Clyde.
Okay.
So.
And actually, are you? I'm hearing any kind of an echo on your end from me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because just bear with me. Sorry to have to do this live, but I totally forgot because this is a brand new setup where I'm at. I have these headphones on, and I think sometimes. So I got the sound playing through my speakers, and sometimes when they play through the speakers, the people who watch this can get a little bit of an echo. So I'm just gonna switch over real quick. Okay, that's better for me.
Okay, good.
So, but anyways, we'll keep going. What are your parents' names?
Ray and Sally Anderson.
All right. And how many candles were on your last birthday cake? So you're
if you don't count one to grow on, 57.
All right. With one to grow.
No, that's actually wrong. I said 57. It's 59.
Oh.
I'm going to be 60 in April.
Well, you probably feel like you're 57, probably even younger than that. All right. But so what is the date that you regularly blow them out? So your birthday.
Close to yours, April 28th.
Yeah, it's something that's always been fun having my birthday 2 days after yours, so we get to celebrate together quite often. So that's been a lot of fun. Do you have any pets at all?
Not right now. I'm not a big fan of a lot of pets. We did have the dog, black lab called Max, but he had cancer and passed away. We had a few chickens, but they have been eaten by the wildlife.
Yeah, I think we saw a giant fox running around our property. I think
Yeah.
that I probably got him. I think I have a couple pictures of that fox.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But yep. Oh yeah, I've never really been a huge pet person either. I think Shannon really wishes that I was. I think she wants to get a dog or a cat eventually. We'll see whatever happens. I say no, but she might talk me into it. We'll see. But
Yeah.
but what is your hair color? Your natural hair color?
Pepper.
Yeah. Hey, that's all right.
A little more salt than pepper, I guess.
But growing up, you had black hair, right? Is it?
Yeah, not quite black, but dark brown.
Okay. Yeah, and I already know the answer to some of these, but I'm going to ask them just for the people watching. You have any piercings or tattoos?
No piercings. I have a tattoo of a giant golden eagle on my back that fills the
I forgot
whole.
about that one.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
Okay. But what is your birthplace?
Birthplace is Hunter, Utah, just outside of Salt Lake City.
Okay. I think that's where. Was that where you took me on a little tour last time we went to Salt Lake City? Was that Hunter?
Yeah.
So I got to go see it actually for the first time. I hadn't seen it till just last year, so that was fun to go see the house where my dad grew up. So that's definitely fun. Let's see. So where would you consider your hometown? Did you say Eagle?
Yeah, Eagle now. Yeah, I grew up in Star Valley, Wyoming for a lot of years, but yeah, Eagle is hometown now.
Okay. Let's see. So I guess that just kind of leads into the next question. Where did you grow up, and what was it like for you where you grew up?
It was very much country. We had maybe 300 people in our town. No stores except for the post office. Sold a little bit of candy, and that was about it. And so, very rural. A lot of farming. We had 40 acres to farm.
Wow, that is a lot. A lot of work to take care of that land.
It was.
But let's see. Have you ever been to Africa? Is it kind of some of these questions get a little random. Have you ever been to Africa?
Never to Africa. I'd love to go to Egypt or and a couple other places.
Yeah, same here. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Have you ever been toilet papering before?
Several times. Yeah, guilty.
Okay. Do you have any crazy stories from toilet papering or anything, or that you can remember?
Probably the most unusual was that we really hit this one neighbor really hard in Salt Lake, or Hunter, and at the very end she came out and actually caught us, and we thought we were going to be in big trouble, and all she could do was talk about how beautiful it looked.
Oh yeah. We must have made a good impression beforehand then on her, I guess.
Maybe, but she did have us help clean it up.
Okay. Nice. Who are some people that inspire you or make you really happy?
Oh, inspired. I would say, there's a guy in our town that Corey Hoffman.
Okay.
He made a little bit of money, and instead of just kind of spending on himself, he went to Africa and started a children's home.
Oh wow!
And he's been doing that for the last 10 years or so, and tremendous success. And it's a great place. So people like that inspire me. The people that started my company, I worked for Sensi. they do a lot with their money for the community, so they're inspiring.
Yeah.
As far as just make me happy, the person that comes to mind is probably Steve Martin.
Okay.
I love his his comedy, and his movies always make me happy.
Yeah, same here. Just watched Father of the Bride recently. That's a classic. So.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have anything about you that makes you unique, unusual, or different? Like something that I don't know that maybe people like might not always think about when they first meet you or see you.
There's one thing that people don't know for sure, but it just so happens I've got the best kids in the world, so I think that's special.
Yeah.
And one kind of unusual thing, I'm named Clyde because I was born on my grandpa's birthday, and I was actually born with the name Bruce Anderson. But then when it came time to officially name me, they changed it to Clyde at the last minute as kind of in honor of my grandfather. So that's always been kind of special.
Yeah, I've always liked that. Your family always seems to go with a lot of family names when they name their kids. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I always like that. Let's see. You kind of mentioned it a little bit, but where do you work, and then where did you go to school last?
Yeah, I work at Sensi. I got a really exciting job. I do the budgets for the company, and the last place I went to school was at BYU. I got a master's in accounting.
Awesome, very cool. Do you have a favorite color?
For some reason, it's always been green. I don't know if it's because I like the Packers or what. And I like the Celtics growing up. They were green, so yeah, green's just been my color.
All right, awesome. What things have made you cry before? Like any books, any movies, any personal experiences that come to mind, or not really?
I'm not a real crier, but one time I watched Mr. Holland's Opus with Richard Dreyfuss, and it made me cry. I wasn't feeling well, so I think I was a little weak at the time. Not that crying is weak, but maybe I was a little more emotional than I would normally be, and that one made me cry. And maybe a couple times when we've had new babies.
Okay, yeah. And for me, some reason, like I worked a lot of night shifts, and for some reason, after working a long night shift, I'm like really emotional. For some reason, I don't know why, but I found myself crying over a couple unusual things after a long night shift. Maybe just immune system or weakened kind of body, it just kind of might do that.
Yeah, I think there's something to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever been in a car crash before?
I have been in a few car crashes. Yeah, one bad one where we rolled over 3 or 4 times, wow. And I thought maybe my younger sister was dead because she wasn't moving, and
that's scary.
Her limbs were twisted, but she ended up being okay, fortunately.
Yeah, very lucky. Do you have anything weird or unusual, or like any kind of like obsession that you have to have, or like have to have done? Like, for example, when I go to sleep, I always have to have the closet door closed in my bedroom. I don't know why. Like, some reason I'm not afraid of anything like that. I just for some reason can't sleep unless the closet door is closed. Do you have anything weird like that?
No, I can't think of anything really. I have one little OCD thing when I turn on the tap, to the shower. I like turn it 3 times for some reason. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Okay.
I kind of go back and forth 3 times. I think I started doing it to kind of regulate the hot and the cold coming out, but it's just kind of a habit now.
Yeah. Do you prefer croutons or bacon bits on a salad?
Anything that starts with bacon is where I'm going.
Yep, same here. I just think I like croutons. I don't even like croutons, so that's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's just like stale pieces of bread.
Sometimes they almost break your teeth. They're hard.
Yeah, right. But do you prefer two doors or four doors on a car, or do you have a preference?
Maybe because I'm old, but four doors for sure. Don't like
Yeah,
getting in a back seat.
yeah,
Yeah, two door.
yeah. I think I'm probably the same way. Do you prefer Sprite, Seven Up, or Sierra Mist?
None of them really, but if I had to pick between those three, probably Sprite.
Okay, well, the same question that goes then. Then do you prefer uh, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi? Do you have a preference?
I've gone back and forth. I drink both, but I think I prefer Diet Coke right now.
Okay. Nice. I don't know if you still do. I think this applies to the younger crowd, maybe, but maybe not. Do you have a blanket or stuffed animal you ever sleep with? That's a special one.
No, I never have had a special one. If I had to choose right now between those two, it'd be a blanket. But
Yeah. Makes sense.
yeah, it's not like your whoopee that you had growing up.
No, I have a. Yeah, I had my Whoopie for years and years. And I think it's probably in storage somewhere around here. So I think I still have a piece of it at least.
Yeah, I think there's a piece in the garage. But
Yeah. But okay. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
that changes from time to time, but right now, chocolate fudge brownie
Okay.
is my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good
and it's
stuff.
very delicious.
Yes. What's your favorite breakfast food?
Hmm. The thing I like the most for breakfast is at a restaurant that we love to go to called Joe Mama's, and
Yes.
it's hash. What's it called?
Some kind of hash. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of hash. What's the meat in that hash? Is it like it's like pastrami, but it's not pastrami.
Like corned beef?
Corned beef hash. Yeah,
Okay. Nice.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Um, well, what's your favorite non-breakfast food? Like maybe something for like dinner or something like that.
Oh, outside of the normal like pizza kind of stuff, one thing I love is kind of Japanese food. They make something called tonkatsu, which is basically a pork cutlet, but they have a special sauce for it that's
Okay.
really, really good. And so I like that. And lately, I've really been craving Thai curry. I've had that a few times, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, I love curry. It's really good. I never had that tonkatsu. I'll have to see if I can get it anywhere around here.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good if they have the right sauce on it, especially.
Yeah, awesome. What's your favorite dessert?
Um, Probably like a brownie sundae with chocolate sauce on it, or fudge sauce, hot fudge,
Okay.
and ice cream and whipped cream and brownies and all that. But apple pie a la mode would be a very close second.
Oh yeah, very good. um, when you wear socks, do you prefer long socks, mid socks, or ankle socks? Do you have a preference?
I like the ones that just go over the ankle. I don't like the ones that are below the ankle.
Oh yes.
So I think you like the ones below the ankle,
Yeah, I think so. Just below, yeah.
but yeah, I'm a above the ankle guy.
Do you have a certain color that you usually wear?
99% white, but I have ventured into black in the last few months that
Okay.
I'm giving it a try.
Yeah. For some reason I wear black socks when I work out. I don't know why. I just kind of started doing that, and I wear white any other time. But I do have some fun socks they're kind of longer ones that I put on every once in a while when I'm feeling in like some kind of interesting mood.
Yeah, my workout shoes are black, but they have a little hole in them, and if I wear black socks, nobody can see the hole.
Oh,
So I
nice.
kind of like that.
Just cover it right up. Nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite holiday?
Oh, it's got to be Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the go-to for most people, I think.
Yeah.
Um, uh, What's your favorite time of the year? I mean, it still could be Christmas time, but maybe you have another time of year.
I would say fall because the weather's nice, and football is starting.
Yep.
So I would say fall.
Nice. Let's see. What do you have a favorite song of the moment? Like any music that you're currently listening to, or a band? It could be like something that you're kind of into lately.
Yeah, I can't think of a particular song really, but I really like One Republic and Imagine Dragons. I know they aren't maybe the most current at the moment, but
Right.
but I like both of them a lot.
Yeah.
You know, still like the classic rock for sure.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have a favorite word or a phrase that you like to use very often?
Let's see. Favorite word. For some reason, the word that comes into my mind is Schenectady.
Nice.
I know that's a place, but it's kind of fun to say. Schenectady.
Right. It is. I'm not even going to attempt it though.
I've never been there.
Yeah. What's your favorite store that you like to go shop at?
Oh,
Or do you even have one?
I like the Nike store. That's fun. The sporting goods store, Dick's, or there's another one. I can't even think of the name now, but I'm kind of an older guy. J.C. Penney works for me too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. The good old classic like that. Yeah. Let's see. What do you do most often when you're bored?
Oh, I do like to read. I will just kind of turn on the TV. I mean, it's usually news or something like that. But lately, I'm kind of hooked on solitaire. So I've been playing a little solitaire on my phone, I have to admit.
Oh, nice. Nice. Let's see. Do you have any pet peeves or annoying things that maybe kind of just annoy you or tick you off about life?
You know, one thing that was bothering me today, and so maybe it's just because it just happened, but when you're online and you go to a website and you're just starting to look at the information you wanted to look for, and ads start popping up and block what you want to see.
Yep.
You know, and half the time I'm trying to close the ad so I can see it, and I accidentally close the page.
Yep.
Then I reopen the page and the ads start all over again.
Right.
So I hate those. And then also online, though, sometimes there's some clickbait stuff that gets your interest. You know, look at this actor, you know, they're just like you or something. And so you click on it, and there's a series of like 60 pictures you have to go through to even get to the actor that you were interested in.
Yeah, right.
And there's just a little bit of information on each picture, and it takes you an hour. So as soon as I go to those sites, I exit immediately. I don't want to play that game.
Right. Yep. I wouldn't either. Let's see. What is your favorite salad dressing?
That switches sometimes too, but I'd say honey mustard right now.
Okay, that's actually probably my favorite too. Do you have a favorite number, and why is it your favorite if you have one?
It's always been 8, but I can't really explain why. I've heard people say that the number 8 is kind of more of a pleasing number to people. Like phone numbers that start with 888 tend to get more attention.
Yeah.
Just people are drawn to the number 8, and I'm one of them, I guess. But besides that, I don't know why I like it.
I wonder if it has anything to do with Steve Young, maybe.
Well, that doesn't hurt. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
right. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? And you can't wish for more wishes. So like
Dang.
4 wishes. Like,
Dang.
Aladdin.
Well, I wouldn't be a good person if I didn't wish for world peace, right? As one of them.
Right.
But I'm not such a good person that I wouldn't want let's say $10 million. I don't want to overdo it. $10 million. And to be owner of the Green Bay Packers.
All right, nice. That would be pretty awesome.
That's all I want.
Yep. Nice. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I've always thought, because I like to just watch, observe people. I'm kind of a people watcher when I'm out. I'd love to be invisible and just kind of see people interact, and if they don't know you're there, they're more natural in how they react and how they talk, and it'd be interesting to be invisible.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's see. What do you think is the best thing about life?
About life,
Yeah.
I think just the freedom to kind of create your life, take it in the direction you want to. There's a million choices to make, and the end result is your life. And the fact that we are free to do all that is maybe the best thing.
Yeah.
And then just being part of a family and a close-knit group of people here to enjoy the ride, probably my favorite things.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. If you could pick only 10 things in this entire world to have, what would they? If you only have 10 possessions, it could be like with something you already own that you want to keep, or maybe you don't have. These are material.
Material things. All right. I would probably want a Nissan 370Z.
Oh, I love
it. A convertible.
Nice.
Maybe they're all convertibles, but definitely a convertible. I'd want some money to enjoy it. So like a travel fund. So let's say $1 million travel fund to go around and do what I want with that car, or all kinds of travel would be awesome. I think I would love to have a professional handyman and gardener at my house.
Yeah.
Staff. So that would be cool. Maybe a private movie theater, either in my house or I guess outside. It wouldn't matter, but a private movie theater would be a lot of fun.
Cool.
And I don't think I've got to 10 yet, but maybe some, like a lifetime supply of peanut M&Ms.
Oh, that'd be awesome. So that's 5. You want to stop there? We can keep going a few more if you want.
Well, I'll throw in a burger at like a Wendy's bacon pub burger and a Five Guys burger. Yeah. But let's just go with that.
All right, sounds good. Do you have a favorite place?
Probably my extended family's cabin up in the mountains is really awesome. Lots of good memories there.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, a lot of good memories for me too. There, but let's see. Name some of your favorite things or favorite experiences in life that you've had. Name a couple.
Favorite things or favorite experiences in life.
Yeah.
I think I went on a mission to Japan for 2 years, and that was a great experience. And recently was able to go back for a week or so, which was amazing to go back and see how things changed and travel around and get to see some things that I didn't really get to see when I was there as a missionary so long ago.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Recently, I've gotten to go to Disney World, like in the last 20 years. You were there for the first one, and been there a couple of times since. So that's kind of become a favorite visiting place that I really like. And maybe these all seem to be travel related, but
that's all right.
A trip to Hawaii was a milestone.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been 20 years or so. I need to go back, but it was a lot of fun.
All right, awesome. Um, what what are some of your favorite movies? Name like I don't know, like between 3 and 10, if you want.
Um, Probably like Dead Poet Society has always been one of my very favorites. And then I like the kind that are kind of tough guy movies. Not that I'm a tough guy, but I like to watch it. Like
Yeah.
Gladiator and Braveheart,
Okay.
are two of the near the top of the list. I like the Bruce Willis movies, the Die Hard movies.
Yeah.
I like Fried Green Tomatoes is kind of a favorite that maybe is a little bit out of the ordinary, but
Yeah.
and I like the superhero movies, but there's so many of them. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
I really like the kind that like Black Panther or Wonder Woman that focus on the character in more depth. Those are two of my favorite ones. And then Lord of the Rings series is
Oh
a
yeah.
big one.
Yep. Definitely. um. Uh, what are your favorite books?
Um, I like Les Mis by Victor Hugo is probably my favorite of all time.
Okay.
I like John Steinbeck, and then just to relax, I like a couple authors, but Lee Child is one that I like that writes the Jack Reacher books
Oh yeah.
that have been made into movies. Books like that I like just to relax with.
Cool. Nice. Let's see. What or who makes you laugh the most?
Actually, probably when we're together, as a family, I probably laugh more than any other time.
Yeah.
But as far as outside of that, it's probably Brian Regan or Jim Gaffigan, or those two.
Yep.
Usually,
Yep. That'd be pretty similar to what I would say. Let's see. Um, what are your favorite board, card, or party games?
well, our traditional go-to ones have been like Settlers of Catan and Ticket to Ride. I like Scrabble, but lately we've gotten into a game called Quicks. It's a dice game, kind of like Yahtzee in some ways, but much, much better than Yahtzee.
Yep.
And then Skycho is a kind of a card game that we like.
Okay. Nice. Let's see. Do you have a favorite animal?
Oh, I'd have to say dogs.
Yeah.
I do like dogs. I just don't think I'm the greatest dog owner.
Right.
So I like to appreciate them from afar.
Yep. Same with me. I usually like to go over to somebody else's house and enjoy their dog, and then.
Yeah, that's the best of both worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. um. What are some of your hobbies or like things you do in your spare time?
Hobbies, reading again, movies, but I like to play golf, and that's one goal of mine is to get to be a better player so I can enjoy it better.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
and then travel is a big one too.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. Here's a pretty interesting question. Tell me, one or two memories from any point in your life that really stand out to you. It could be a funny story. It could be just a quick thing that you remember, or something that really means a lot to you.
Okay.
Thing that might come to mind.
Well, since I'm talking to you, one story that stands out is when you were born in the hospital. There's a Utah Jazz playoff game going on the TV in the room. And as mom was kind of giving birth to you, the doctor, the doctor, more importantly than me, we kept looking at the TV because it was a really close game. And mom got mad at both of us, the doctor and me, because we weren't giving her enough attention.
Nice.
But so that kind of stands out as far as you go. And actually, you were involved in the second one. But my first trip to Zion's National Park, I was just amazed at what was there to see and all the rock formations. But we went on that one hike to Angel's Landing.
Yeah.
Where you literally walk across a bridge of land that's about 18 inches wide, and then it just drops off on both sides.
Like thousands of feet.
Yeah, like thousands of feet. If you dropped a penny, it would not hit anything until it hit the bottom, a couple thousand feet down. So that was an amazing experience. And since then, I've really liked those national parks in southern Utah.
Yeah, I think that's got to be what, like 5,000-6,000 feet at the top, maybe. Does that sound right?
It feels like that.
Yeah, right.
It might be quite that much, but it certainly feels like that.
Yeah, right. It does. Let's see. If money was no object and you could spend the day doing one thing, what would it be?
Money were no object. I'd want to do something spectacular in that one day. Probably hook up with Elon Musk and take a ride in space.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'd love to do that, but I would never spend $1 million on it.
Yeah,
unless
right.
it was no object.
Yep. If you had a choice, would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car?
I'd probably drive a car at this point in my life.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. But what would be your go-to karaoke song for karaoke night?
Gosh, I'd probably want to do something that I could ham it up a little bit because I'm not a great singer. So probably some kind of Elvis song, like I can't even think of the names. But yeah, some kind of Elvis song I think I would choose.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Let's see.
I've been known to dress up as Elvis from time to time, so I think I could pull it off.
Yeah, I remember a couple of times when I was very young that you dressed up. Yeah. Nice. If you had to, would you rather wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house, or some other chore besides that?
I used to always tease Mom that I'll do the dusting because I always thought you can't tell if it's been done or not.
Right.
So you can do it really fast, but and just say you did it. But I do like to mow the lawn if it's not too big of a place, because there's satisfaction in making it look really nice and the rows and everything. But our lawn is just too big to really enjoy.
Right. Yeah, it's way too big. Yep. Okay. If you could go to the future or the past, which would it be, and why, and also where would you go?
It'd definitely be the future because it's the unknown, right? I know a little bit about the past, but I don't know anything about or much about the future. Yep. So I'd go the future, and I'm sure I would want to go and kind of see how my kids are faring. So I'd probably want to stay pretty close to home.
Yeah.
But just see all the changes and great grandkids, great grandkids, whatever. But kind of see how everything turned out.
Nice. Who's your favorite author?
Probably, I mentioned before, John Steinbeck. I read most of his books, and I always like Victor Hugo was good. Leon Uris was a favorite author of mine growing up. He writes historical fiction, and it really got me interested in that whole genre. And that's probably still my favorite kind of book. So those would probably be my favorites.
Nice. Then who's your favorite director?
Oh, I like stories. So movie directors like Christopher Nolan. I don't really care for that kind of stuff usually.
Yeah.
But I like Clint Eastwood. Always delivers a great story with with kind of a message, but it's not an in your face kind of thing. He just lets the movie tell the story by itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like him. I like Steven Spielberg for a lot of the same reasons. Ridley Scott, I like the way he puts action movies together.
Yeah.
So those are three that kind of come to mind.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a favorite film score, and if so, what would it be?
It's an old one. The one that always comes to mind, it's an old one, but I really like the score is Man from Snowy River. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but
yeah, I've seen it a long time ago.
it's got a really nice score that kind of sticks with you afterwards.
Oh, nice. Cool. What's your favorite day of the week?
It's got to be Friday, right?
Yep. Yep. That's
the end of the week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite quotes, like any that might come to mind?
Probably the one that always comes to mind first is simple. It's Carpe Diem. Seize the day from Dead Poets Society. I love that movie, and the Carpe Diem quote there or phrase is a big reason why.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Nice. Surprises, yay or nay? Do you like them or not really?
I would say yay. Sometimes they backfire a little bit, but for the most part, I like it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna have somebody interview me, maybe Chris or something. And I tell a little story about the time you guys tried to throw a surprise birthday party for me once, and I just wouldn't show up. But that'll be for another time, though. So it's just something to look forward to. So, do you care much about spoilers for like movies or books or TV or anything?
Normally I don't. Every once in a while, depending on the situation, I might not like it. For sports, I don't like it. I want to enjoy the sports thing, not knowing the ending. But for movies, I'm usually okay, or TV shows, because if I know a little bit about the ending, I can kind of watch for things in the movie that lead to that, and sometimes I even enjoy it a little more.
Nice. This is a question that I kind of added last minute, but what is one strong political belief that you have?
One strong political belief. Probably that the less government, the better. The more freedom we have with less government, less intrusive government is the best, and it just allows individuals to create their own success and live their own lives.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. If you could relive any moment from your past, would you actually do it? And if you would, what moment would it be and why?
Oh, there's probably a lot that I would want to relive and change a little bit if I could. I think my marriage proposal, it just, when I proposed, and to your mom, it was kind of a spur of the moment decision. We'd been talking about it, and I wanted to do something big, and we went for a walk. It was a Sunday afternoon. The sun was shining, and I just we were in a park, and I just kind of popped the question, and if I could do it over, I would make a bigger deal about it, do it in a fancy restaurant, or, at the top of a mountain, or, something. So it was kind of basic. And I'd probably go back and make it a little more special.
Yeah, sometimes the basic, so that it's just all about the meaning behind it. So, sometimes those even like resonate a little more sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
Because like when I proposed to Shannon, I proposed to her on the big Ferris wheel in downtown Seattle, and she was kind of freaked out about the heights and everything, and like tried to be in the moment, but she was a little kind of freaked out because we also had a glass bottom to the little car that we were in too, so she was freaked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah. but it was fun though. It was a fun way to do it. But let's see. Uh, what is the best feeling in the world? Would you say?
I think like when a new baby is born, that's a really awesome feeling. Because I'm kind of a sports guy, if you have a team that's an underdog and they win some important big game, that instant is just a huge rush that you never forget. Like the Oklahoma Boise State game.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah,
that was amazing. And then BYU beat SMU back in 1980, kind of the same kind of game.
Yeah, right.
It was amazing.
Awesome. Then, what would be the worst feeling in the world? You think?
For me, the worst feeling is when I know I let somebody down. I feel disappointed in myself, and I know they're disappointed in me, and I really hate that. Yeah. So I try not to let that happen, but we all do sometimes.
Yep. Nobody's perfect, so I mean, yep, we all might do it once or twice, but it's all right. What is the best gift that you've ever received, you think?
Oh man, I have to say the trip to Japan. Aaron, your brother and one of my sons surprised me with because he's an airline points guy, a credit card points guy. He had a lot of these points available to use, and surprised me with a trip to Japan, and it was first class, and it was an amazing trip. So I'll never forget that.
It really looked like it. I remember seeing all the videos from first class and like the fancy hotels you stayed at and all that. Yeah.
We even got to wear pajamas on the plane. They bring you pajamas and you change into them and sleep. And they make your bed for you, and it's fantastic.
I thought a long flight like that really makes a difference. Yep. Do you have any terrible gifts you've received, or something kind of weird that you got? Maybe someone just gave you something weird, and you're like, "What the heck is this?" Just to be kind of funny, not to like you don't have to mention who gave it to you.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I know my mom has given us a couple gifts because she tends to be one that she's never had a lot of money, and so if she comes across something that is either free or very inexpensive, that she can give, and to her it's a meaningful thing, and maybe the meaning doesn't really translate, but I think one time she gave Kelly a pair of shoes that were just kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
And I don't know where she got them or why she thought Kelly would like them. They were very unusual. And same thing when Jill had Avery, my granddaughter, Avery. My mom gave her a blanket, and it was kind of a bizarre blanket for a little girl. But
really?
So those are the only things I can really think of. I can't remember getting any crazy gift myself. But
I think you gave me a really weird gift just this last Christmas. You gave me my own pair of flip-flops that I left at your house.
Yeah, there you go. That was good.
One that kind of a funny gift to get.
I know my parents one time they gave my brother Brian a present of coal and sticks because he hadn't been good that year, and that was kind of fun.
Oh wow, that's funny. Nice. Let's see. This question will kind of change up a little bit for you since you already have kids that are kind of a little more, they're a lot older. But do you have any names you were considering for any of your kids that maybe you didn't actually use, but ones you were kind of thinking about?
One thing we'd always kid about for a daughter was Sammy Joe.
Oh yeah.
We liked the way it sounded. It just we didn't do it just because it, kids find lots of ways to make fun of a name like that.
Yeah, right.
But I thought a little girl named Sammy Joe just sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, right.
that's the only one that really comes to mind.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a favorite amusement park?
Since I've been to Disney World a few times, I would say Animal Kingdom and Disney World is my favorite.
Okay.
It's very creative in there, lots of new rides. Yeah, there's some virtual reality ones that are really, really cool, and some good couple good roller coaster type.
Yeah. Uh, Sometime soon I want to get down there and go on that Avatar ride. I heard that's amazing.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
You'd love that. You'd love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. See, what is one material possession that you could not go one day without? Do you have anything like that?
Not really. I'm not a big possession guy, but you know, probably car. But it's not like I'm a car guy either. I just don't want to feel pinned down or trapped. But
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Let's see. Um, let's see. Thunderstorms. Do you think that they're cool, scary, annoying, or do you really have no opinion on them?
definitely cool. Yeah, one of my friends is a photographer of thunderstorms, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, we talk about it sometimes. But yeah, I love thunderstorms.
Yeah. I always mention the really cool thunderstorms that we had when I was on my mission in Texas. They had some really cool thunderstorms there. There's something about just like the flat land that you can just see for miles and miles, and you can see stuff way up in the distance, and they get some really cool cloud formations because it's not too far from the Gulf of Mexico too. So I think you get some kind of like clouds and wind from
Right.
that area. So yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen some pretty cool ones over there.
I'll bet.
But let's see. You have a favorite smell?
Smell, gosh. I love the smell of fresh bread.
Yeah.
Coming out of the oven when you actually bake it, you know.
Yeah.
And then vanilla. I love the smell of vanilla.
Okay. Yeah, those are like definitely a fresh bread for me. I love that smell. Let's see. Name a person or a couple people if you want to, but that's dead or alive that you would really like to meet.
Huh. Love him or hate him, I would love to meet Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's a pretty colorful guy, and kind of in the same vein. Ronald Reagan would have been fun to meet as well.
Yeah,
And then it'd be kind of fun to meet Jesus.
yeah. That'd be awesome.
So maybe we will. Maybe we will. You know, eventually, I believe we will. But I'd love to meet him now, and that would. I'm sure he could shed a lot of light on a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, sure. Do you have a favorite drink?
Diet Coke. It's got to be Diet Coke. Yeah.
Nice. Yep. It's a go-to in our house like all the time. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have a least favorite food or a drink? Any like food or drink you don't like?
I don't like avocados,
Yeah.
guacamole. You know, just not good. Squash, kale. Those would be probably my worst.
Yeah, my list is long on that one, so we'll get to it when they interview me. But but
I know you got a long list.
probably a little too long. But do you have a favorite candy or candy bar?
Peanut M&Ms. That's my cocaine.
Oh, nice.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, they're like crack. Once you start eating them, you just like eat the whole bag without thinking about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do that.
Yep. Do you have a favorite favorite snack or junk food besides that, or not really?
Probably. I love those salsa flavored sun chips.
Oh yeah.
those are my favorite. I could eat a bag of those, no problem. And
Those are pretty good. Yeah.
and the little Hostess cupcake, chocolate cupcakes with the white swirls on the top.
Yeah. Nice. Those are good. Do you have a favorite fruit or vegetable?
I don't really like fruit and vegetables, either one, really.
Yeah, me neither.
Bananas and apples are okay. I'll eat them from time to time. Vegetable, corn on the cob, definitely. Fresh peas, probably my two favorite.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I think that it was this way growing up, and also for me and Shannon, we'd always go and buy a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables, thinking we're going to eat healthy, and then before you know it, they're just rotting in the bottom of the like vegetable, or like rotten fruit in the bowl or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep. Yeah. But let's see. Do you have a favorite clothing brand?
I'm not really a brand guy there either, but I mean, I've worn Levi's my whole life. So if I have one brand, and I do like their shirts and stuff too. So that's one that stands out.
Oh, nice. What are your favorite TV shows?
TV shows. I've kind of been liking a couple of reality shows, Survivor and Amazing Race. I like both those two. And then I don't know if you've watched the Chicago series of TV shows, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chicago Med.
Yeah.
Those three are all kind of linked together, but I do like those.
Yeah. Nice.
It's about the only network show that I watch besides those reality shows.
Yeah. Well, cool. Do you have a favorite band or a singer?
Yeah, right now I'd go back to current ones, One Republic and Imagine Dragons probably. But I'm still a classic rock guy, so I still like those guys. Simon and Garfunkel, as far as pure singers, I like them a lot.
Yeah, they're legends. So I can't get the word up, but yeah, I definitely call them legends.
Yeah, I think so too.
But do you have a favorite song?
Probably my favorite song is one that comes from high school with Boston, which is one of my favorite groups too. Is More Than a Feeling. Just holds a lot of memories for me. So I'd say that one.
Nice. Do you have any best friends or friends that you're pretty close with?
Not a ton. I've got a few friends that I've kept up with. I've got two friends at work, Kevin and Tom, that we golf and work closely together. So that's fun. And then I have a friend, Lane, that's a friend when I used to work at Snowbird Ski Resort that we keep close contact. And one or two high school friends. Dal Simpson is one, and David Haas is another.
Oh, nice. Awesome. What's your favorite time of the day? Like, I mean, you can answer it any way. You have a specific time. It's like Chris is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I mean, but it can be like in part of the day.
I would say like 7 in the morning, because I'm awake and I'm thinking about. I have the whole day to decide. So I usually don't feel stressed because there's plenty of time, it seems like, to get things done.
Yep.
And so I can just kind of take a little bit of time and think through things, and so I like it for that reason.
Do you have a bad time of the day that you kind of don't like as much?
When I wake up at about 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to get up.
Yeah, that's always bad. They call 3 o'clock the witching hour for a reason. Like, I don't think really anyone likes that time.
Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, probably like early afternoon on a work day, you still got a few hours left, but you're tired of working and you really would like to get off work. That's probably the worst time, and you're feeling a little sleepy from lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a dream car? I know you said you're not really much of a car guy, but do you have one you've always wanted?
Not always wanted, but I used to always like Monte Carlos growing up, but
Yeah.
that ship has long sailed. But right now it'd be that 370Z Nissan.
Well, that's pretty cool. I think you say that because mine's actually the same exact car. That's like
Really?
yeah, that's like the exact car that I want.
Wow.
I want to get a Nissan, a 370 or a 360. I could go either one of those in a midnight blue convertible. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I told all my friends that quite a few times actually.
Really?
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
That is a shame.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll buy it, and then when I die, you can have it.
All right, awesome. That sounds like a good plan. Nice. Um, what type of car do you drive now?
A Toyota Camry. So kind of boring, but reliable.
Yeah, very reliable. And the newer ones are actually pretty nice though. Like they got a lot of cool features in it,
Yeah.
and they're pretty comfortable, you know. So yeah, the last year.
No,
Yeah.
I do like them. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. How many pairs of shoes do you think that you own? Is it a lot or not?
For a guy, it might be a lot, but probably 6, 7.
Okay.
You know, not like you. I just carried out a bag from your house that had felt like 20 or 30 pair.
I think probably like 80% of those were all Shannon shoes, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I do kind of hang on to shoes way past their expiration date. I always hang on to it and think, well, if I ever have to go do some like job or something where I'm like working in the mud or something, that I'll always have some extra shoes lying around or something.
I do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But do you have a favorite type of flower?
I would say an orchid. I've got a friend that grows orchids in his house, and
Okay.
they're kind of cool and unusual, so they stand out.
Yeah, mine's pretty close. I really like lilies, so like the same kind of like a tropical flower. But the thing that I really like about orchid that they're probably one of the easiest plants to take care of. I think you just literally like water them with an ice cube. I think, don't you?
Yeah. Or a spray mist or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So they're like one of the easiest. But who are your favorite actors and actresses?
For guys, anybody named Tom Cruise, Tom Selleck, Tom Hanks.
Yep.
I do like Mel Gibson. He's a little wild sometimes in his life, but I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah, gives some beautiful performances. Yeah.
Yeah, on the women's side, I've always liked Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a secret crush on Meg Ryan.
Yeah, that was actually one of the questions I skipped over. Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, she might be one.
Yep.
There's a doctor that is on TV that talks about the COVID updates and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I kind of have a secret crush on her too.
Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. What would be your dream job to have?
Being an accountant. You know, who wouldn't want to be that?
Yeah. Right.
Dream job would probably have something to do with sports, like being a sports agent for some really talented players, you know, where you'd get to be involved in their game, and not on the field, of course, but just involved with them to the point that you're close to them and you're at the stadium with them, and that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Get all the like backstage, like access to their locker room and all that stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. How many pillows do you sleep with at night?
I only like to use 1 or 2, but there's like 6 or 8 on the bed.
Yeah.
So I'd say 2 is what I really sleep with, but they're all there and they all come into play at some point. But
Yeah, maybe you can just rotate through them from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how often do you buy clothes? Do you buy clothes often or not?
I hang on to clothes for forever, and so I don't tend to buy a lot. But I'll probably about every 3 months I'll go out and get something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for me, I just have a T-shirt obsession. I just buy like T-shirts all the time.
I know you've got one for every day of the year, I think.
Yeah, right. Every day of the year, and then every movie that's released that year, maybe. Yeah. What's your favorite sit-down restaurant?
Probably Cheesecake Factory or Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, nice.
I like both those two. I don't really like really fancy places, but those two are pretty good.
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory is my favorite. So yeah,
That's it.
yeah, it's good. What's your favorite fast food restaurant? Or do you
Let's see. Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, probably at the top of the list.
Yeah, and I know that like Shannon kind of told us a little story about the Chick-fil-A here where we moved to in Spokane that people were waiting 14 hours in line, and like I didn't really believe it because I was just like, there's no way she's exaggerating. That sounds kind of wild, but actually, like when it first opened on day one, it was actually true. I've seen lines
Really?
like wrapped around that building twice. They like loop around the whole.
Really?
Yeah, like going out into like one of the major highways. And the weird thing is they have multiple Chick-fil-A's here, so I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I thought maybe it's like a new thing, and they only had one. That's what me and Shannon thought. But then when we were just driving around town, we stumbled upon a second one. So we're like,
Wow.
interesting. But yeah, there's always a huge line. So yeah, Chick-fil-A is definitely popular.
I like it. I wouldn't wait more than 20 minutes, but
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Well, I waited in the line once because I thought, well, the line doesn't look too long, but then once I got in line, I had about 15 cars in front of me and 15 in back, and I was trapped in the parking lot. So it ended up being like an hour that I waited.
right.
But yeah, but it is. Well, I don't know if an hour was worth it, but it's still good. I mean, I'm actually glad that I got my food.
Yeah.
But what's the most daring thing that you've ever done? Do you think?
Maybe bungee jumping. I did that when bungee jumping was kind of a new thing, so people weren't really sure if it was safe yet, or how it would go. They hadn't seen other people do it, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking. But so that was probably pretty daring.
Yeah.
and then our hike up Angel's Landing seemed daring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at the time when I did that with you, I think that I was so young, I didn't really realize like just how scary it actually was. I think I was kind of naive to the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because I probably was like 7 or something
something like that. Yeah. I think it'd be a different story today, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm not really afraid of heights, but like some reason I do get a little queasy when I look up. I don't know why. So especially when I'm walking, even if I'm not even by an edge, like just walking, like I get queasy. That's a weird thing. I don't know why. But let's see. Would you say that you're more of a clean or a messy person? Do you think?
Messy.
Yeah.
Not to the point of being dirty, but definitely unorganized.
The main thing I always think of it is if I ever have to drive your car, it's always usually like a pretty big mess.
It's usually messy. Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I like to say that I'm a bit of a clean freak, but the thing is, I want things to be clean, but I never have the time to actually clean things as much as I'd like to. I just feel like I'm always way too busy, so it just doesn't work out. But do you have any Do you have any special projects or anything that you're working on now? Like really, and like it could be personal, it could be for work, anything.
No, the only thing is getting our house ready to sell. Because I'm probably going to be selling it soon. So
Okay.
so that's a big project. But
But yeah,
I know. It's sad for me too.
yeah. But let's see. Do you have a favorite cartoon character or like a children's character at all?
I'm not really into that.
I know. Or even a favorite Disney character? You could go there.
Yeah. I don't. I just don't. I know you've always been into animation of different
Yeah,
kinds and
yeah,
things, and I've just never really liked it. It just seemed so not real that I
yeah,
like the real stuff.
yeah. For some people, like I know, like one of the guys from the community that I'm part of on YouTube, he actually like can't stand animated movies at all. Like
Oh,
if it's
really?
a movie, he won't even watch it. I'm just like, really? I'm gonna give it a chance. He's like, if somebody twists my arm, I might do it, but I mean, I'm not gonna go out on my own and never watch one. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
well, to each their own, right?
I'm kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you have a favorite cereal?
Yes, I do. In fact, yeah, I happen to have some right here.
Oh, it's
Honey bunches of oats.
nice, nice.
That's I ate my breakfast on my desk this morning, so I had the box here.
Okay, nice. um, what things in life scare you? Do you have anything you're afraid of?
Hmm.
For me, it's actually probably bungee jumping. One of the things you said that you actually did that freaks me out.
Yeah, things in life that scare me. I don't really. I'm not really worried about external things that can impact me that scare me.
Yeah,
I know it can happen, but I don't worry about it, and I'm not scared by
yeah,
things generally. But just things that scare me is just the idea that someone could get in an accident or you know um, some external thing could just really impact our lives that you don't have any control over. Maybe that's what
yeah.
scares me a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. We'll get into some sports a little bit here. Got a couple of questions about that. What's your favorite sport to watch?
Definitely football,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Okay. Awesome. Um, uh, what what are what's your favorite college team or or teams? Maybe if you have a couple for football.
BYU for sure. I've always liked Baylor Bears. Watching them, they're always fun, and maybe Ohio State. I don't really like the team, but they're kind of fun to watch. They're good and they're creative.
What about Boise State?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of Boise State. I definitely like Boise State for
Yeah.
sure.
Gotta give a shout out to the hometown team.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite pro team?
Utah Jazz. Yeah, growing up it was Boston Celtics, but Utah Jazz now.
Okay, what for football?
For the pro Green Bay Packers. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you have a favorite college basketball team?
Well, my two favorite teams played last night: Gonzaga, right in your hometown,
Yeah, right.
and BYU again. BYU got smoked.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think Gonzaga's #1 in the nation, aren't they?
They're number one, and they look like it last night for sure.
Yeah, they're doing great. Yeah, yeah. I really wish that we didn't have so many COVID restrictions. So I could go to a game. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, but let's see. Do you have a favorite baseball team?
Uh, growing up, Cincinnati Reds. I knew all the players. I'd get into the statistics and track them through the season. But baseball has just kind of lost a little bit of attraction for me. So they're still my team, but I don't really get into baseball anymore.
Yeah, that actually makes sense because when I was a kid, I remember when we lived in Draper, I had a bunch of Cincinnati Red stuff all over my bedroom. I remember that I kept thinking, why do I have all this Cincinnati Red stuff? like I don't know anything about them, but then
Yeah.
now it all makes sense.
That's why. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you have a favorite hockey team, or do you really ever watch hockey?
Rarely watch it, but Boston Bruins were my favorite. Bobby Orr was a big star when I was young, and I kind of liked him.
Do you have a favorite other sports figure, like besides like a team sport, or like any of the sports that we mentioned? Any other sports figures you really like?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You know, he changed the world of golf for sure, and it's easily twice as fun watching him a round of golf if he's playing.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. He and Shannon are always trying to track him through the year. Even though he's not quite playing at the top of his game that he used to, but even still, he's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
But do you have any inventions that you could not live without?
Car, toilet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's definitely a necessity.
Internet is kind of becoming something you just can't live without.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I'm glad it does.
Yeah, right. Yep. What's the most important position that you own, or could be?
Probably